Hey guard folk, so I guess right now I'm gonna give the tutorial on coffee grounds, kind of a brief tutorial, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard that it's good to put coffee grounds in your garden or your plant soil or whatnot. So I'm gonna pretty much just give like a little what I do. So what you want to do is use used coffee grounds that you already have used, because coffee grounds are good for two things. It is a slight nitrogen source, actually three things. It's a slight nitrogen source for the plants and the soil. Two, it helps balance out the pH. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have a high alkalinity problem. The water and the soil has a lot of salt in there, so the acidic nature of the coffee kind of helps balance that out depending on how much you put in there. And you might need other things if you're looking just to balance out the pH. But back to the coffee grounds. So it kind of gives like a really good amount of nitrogen where it's not too much, kind of like worm castings, just a very slight degree of nitrogen feed. Like I said, it helps balance out the pH, and it's just a good organic component to add to the soil, you know. Like, you just have to feed the soil to keep the life going so the microorganisms can feed, you know. So that's three things on why I believe coffee grounds is good. Let me show you how I get my coffee grounds. I like to drink a lot of espresso because I like my coffee like I like my liquor, and sometimes my women, very strong. So I just take that out. As you can see, got a little coffee disc from the espresso. It's used. If you use new coffee grounds, you have the possibility of burning your plants. So try not to do that. And I'm going to show you kind of how I apply my coffee grounds. I use this pretty much this half cup measure, but I tend to use that for my bigger plants like this Monstera. And if you have any questions, it is mid-June, Phoenix, Arizona. Yesterday was 113 degrees. Yes, Monsteras can live outside. He gets about an hour of sun in the morning and an hour of sun in the afternoon. It is surviving. I'd say it is even maybe thriving, but I did notice some burnt tips. But that could be because I'm holding back on the water. I will talk about that in another video. Let's get back to the coffee grounds. So I take this cup, kind of just throw that in there. So if you're doing it right before watering, you can water it in, but I'm not gonna water this right now, so I'm gonna just etch it in with my hands. Another way that you could do it is just let me find it. It's a good old tablespoon, if you don't mind you doing that, or if your loved one doesn't mind, which they probably would. So I just take a teaspoon and I just add it. And then what I like about the spoons is I actually can use the spoon to mix it. Do I have any other examples? So that's for a smaller plant. Where's my half cup measurement? That's that. So like for my big roses, and that's also what I wanted to get at. Not sure if it's the location of the roses or the fact that I've been giving it a constant coffee ground and rose food feed, which I'm pretty sure that's a big reason why. These roses look great. On the left is Fragrant Plum. On the right is Mr. Lincoln. Even got new growth, got buds, and yesterday was 113. Day before that was 116. Then over here, my miniature rose ain't really doing so good, and they've all been in the same all these guys have been getting the same treatment. Even my Mexican oregano looking a little squeamish. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my tablespoon, since it's a small plant, tablespoon, just Sometimes I'm a little lazy, I'll mix it in or I'll water it in. But let me go back over here. I don't think I ever added it, I just kept talking. So I take my cup measurement, boom, cup measurement, boom. Oh, mix it in. I have wood chips, so it's kind of hard to mix in. I usually just pound it in with the water. Now, what do you do if you gotta, actually, let's give my Christmas tree rosemary some coffee grounds. Hopefully I'm holding the camera right so you guys can see this stuff. Alright, you guys probably didn't see that too well. Never mind my multiple projects kind of getting out of hand. I took upon me to start making, ooh, whoa. My pepper plant. Talk about why I'm always late somewhere. Always finding a reason to be late. Look at this. So the pepper plant is alive, actually growing a plant. This is, I think, fish pepper. It's a variegated pepper. Even the fruit comes out variegated, but I guess I forgot about it and have to water it. But back to the coffee grounds. So with a larger pot, I'll take maybe 2 scoops. Yeah, it's hard doing this with one hand. Well, not hard, but not easy. So 1, and to be honest, you can get a little generous with the coffee grounds. That's why it's important that it's used coffee grounds. Actually, let me throw some of that on the pepper. Use my hand, I'm kind of running slim. Alright, so I'm gonna water that in so he gets back to normal. And I'm gonna pound, actually, let me just put the rest of that on there. I'm just gonna pound those coffee grounds in with the water hose. And that's kind of my tutorial on coffee grounds. Light nitrogen feed, good for balance out the pH. And I really like it because it's the middle of the summer. And what I've been noticing is if the plants get a slight feed, they do a little better. So coffee grounds is perfect increment wise on delivering whatever it's delivering. Maybe it's the pH that's keeping them good, but everything that I've been constantly throwing a small amount of coffee grounds has done remarkably better this summer than last summer. It hasn't even rained this summer. It's June, Phoenix, Arizona, and I don't think it's rained once. Actually, it might have rained, maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, over and out, garden folk. Tutorial on coffee grounds, look it up. And not sure if it's all over the nation, but Starbucks gives you free coffee grounds if somebody already hasn't came in and took them all. All right, garden folk, over and out.